Welcome to today's VOD review. Today is August 25th, 2020. I don't know when in the future you're going to see this. Twitch chat of today's stream, say hello. This will probably be uploaded sometime in October, so say hello to you in the future. Twitch chat. Everybody else, this is submitted by Big Bomb, and if it's in October, then I'm sure Big Bomb has another replay already in the archives, in the KarQs that he submitted on Tank. But this is him submitting gameplay on support, in which he has stated he's got 30 hours all time on support, only 2 or 3 on Ana, so he's apparently not very adept on support, to say the least. So we're in for a treat, and we're here to roast and see what it's like. Is this you? Is it this one? I'm your shield? Your blue team? Okay. Alright. Oh, this is one of, is this the one of the ELO Hell games? Oh my god. Justice delivers. And Big Bomb claims he's probably boosted from roll Q MMR. He doesn't think he deserves where he belongs. So let's figure out if he truly doesn't belong in whatever rank he is. Whoever's watching this in the future will know what rank it is, but as of me watching this, I have no idea. It's kind of like guess the rank as well, along with Twitch chat, and play along. You literally done nothing so far, and your team has killed 2 people. So this is one of those games where you play support where your team's just popping, and you're like, yeah. So heal in the Sigma, good. Cheeky sleep. You can animation cancel a shot into the sleep there. So I would say, like, instinctually, you go for like a shot or either a quick scope into sleep instead of just a dry sleep. I only ever dry sleep if like Pharah's already like pot throwing a barrage and I have to like sleep now, or McCree's high nooning. That's a dry sleep, like without shooting first. But you should almost always shoot into animation cancel. Alright, so your team's kind of popping. You can go super aggressive. Another dry sleep where you totally could have shot before you went for it. You can also shoot before you nade too. So I know you said you're new to Ana, so the first mechanical thing you can work on is animation canceling any sort of shot into any sort of cooldown. Shot nade, shot sleep, or shot nano, but that one's kind of rare. And those little things really do add up. It's how you squeeze out more, how you confirm kills where you didn't think you'd actually confirm. Like right there, another shot into thing there. But okay. Anyways, other than that, staying unscoped here, that's honestly fine. Trying to heal. It's tough. Yeah, I would just stay out here and play with your Sigma and just hug this side. I would not nade him there. You didn't need to nade that. I think you save that nade until it's absolutely necessary to kind of turn fights or try to use it aggressively there. Your Sigma was fine. He wasn't actually getting shot down. Excuse me. So you guys had a bunch of kills, but it looks like your team isn't like going in yet. And this is where you would consider like a confirmation nano onto the Reaper to kind of make some space. That, unfortunately, not a good use of your nade there as well. All right, so a nano like that is fine. You need somebody to give some presence right now. Everyone's kind of just playing ring around the rosy on the point, and it's kind of tough to attack a Symmetra. You kind of have to be on the same page with people. Another dry nade, which could have been canceled into a shot. Shatter coming down. The instinct on the sleep. Okay, I like that, even though you missed. It's fine. All right, reset. Yeah, your team really can't press W. And honestly, it's actually not really up to you to press W first. You had a Sigma in front of you. It wouldn't be wise to just walk in front of him just to have point pressure. This is where you got to be like, ah. All right, pressure that Pharah. That's good. You see the shots, though. So this is where you quick scope and keep repositioning to keep shooting the Pharah while simultaneously moving. But that's okay. She would have... Give her that sky pressure. You see that? See her in the sky there. Okay, you guys got 2. Please, tanks, go in. Big nade there. Big hook. You got critical people here. That should be your priority first. There, just like that. You kind of shot into sleep there. Honestly, you could probably stay scoped in here. So right here, this whole entire team fight, nobody's been looking at you, and you're naturally missing, because projectile shots on Ana are going to be naturally a bit inaccurate. So this is where you would cut this spawn sight line and hug this left wall and just stay scoped in. And also, no one's destroying this TP, which is why they keep coming back. So Maybe earlier here, like you could have like shot that TP down before you engaged as well. If no one's communicating that they're destroying it. So anyways, based on the context of like right now, this is where, yes, I would just sit here and stay scoped in. Or here and rotate relative to it, because you're missing a lot of unscoped shots when you're not being threatened. If you're never being threatened, that's when you can scope in. Yeah, that's one miss. Nice try on the kill there. Okay, turret's down, or teleporter's down. There you go. Put some shots here. There you go. Fully scope in. You saw the shot, so you rotate to the left. Good on that so far. Yeah, more scoping in this context. Obviously, Ana's an interplay between all three styles, but that was a chance where you fully make use of the full accuracy. Nice focus on the shots. Killed the Pharah. Nice work. Try to pressure the Mercy. Force the res at least. That's fine. This is where I actually pay attention to the Reaper. You see him getting jumped. This is where you might want to just kind of pocket him. He's dead though, unfortunately. Oh, shit. Okay, so I think your team was calling the rotation out to the left, but yeah, you have to be careful of that. So I know you are. You're worried. This is where you just go for a nano here. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Point pressure. Run one side of the wall. Hug here. Heal that Reaper. That's your priority. Look at the Reaper. Look at the Reaper. Look at the Reaper. Okay, he went to the Mega Health Pack. So target prioritization here is like always people who are actively taking damage in the middle of a team fight. So this is where, like, as much as I'd want to shoot that Mercy, I actually need to keep this guy alive. But then that you nanoed him, so that's fine. Then you look around, check what you need to do. Healing him is fine. Trying to shoot the Symmetra is fine. You see the hog kind of low, but he's shrinking, that's fine. The minute my eye catches my Reaper like this, critical, I go for the heal on him. That's #1 priority. He's like an off angle. He's taking space here. If he has to back out and wraith out, then it opens up this Pharah to do whatever she wants. Even though it's like Reaper versus Pharah, the fact that Reaper's there makes Pharah want to shoot him instead of shooting you or the Mercy or anybody else. So if you just shot this Reaper maybe once or twice, he wouldn't have had to back out like that. Because now that he's running for the Mega, I'm sure this Pharah's just gonna... Oh wait, your Pharah went for their Pharah. Okay, both your DPSs are trying to deal with it. Okay, so I think this round's a wash. Yeah, you're kind of just like being I kind of see you kind of have like the right idea, but you're kind of like defaulting to a heal bot. And obviously I can tell you're kind of a bit uncomfortable in this here because you hardly play it. God, my stutters. Okay, so this is where you go for an aggressive nade here. You had that nade cooldown, you know they all teleported, they're kind of there. Even if you don't like get your team to initiate off of it, you didn't need to defensively nade there. All 6 of them, you see the teleporter, they're playing clumped up. You know they're all playing there. You probably just save that nade and look for an aggressive option here. Because or else you guys are going to get stuck here the whole time. No one's going to make any plays. Honestly, I would have just rotated to the left here. Attempt to sleep on the run. Nobody else is helping you shoot that that wall. I think you just run. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Nice nade on the ground. I could have sworn that would have tagged the Rhine. You kind of just have to kite for a bit. You did kill the Lucio. Your Rhine is back. You got to go now.
My ultimate is ready.
Yeah, these guys are just gonna chill here. Okay, nice shots. There you go. You almost have nano. Alright. Coming around the corner. Big nade here. Keep him alive. If he does. I think you're dead. Oops, I misclicked. Sorry. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, you got rezzed. No, you didn't get rezzed. Okay, next. Damn, your team ended up winning. Good job. Okay, come back to your team. Call for your Rhine to come out to pop out left. If he's not playing there, you have to move inside. Playing Ana is always relative to your tanks. If your tank isn't going to control Garden, then you just play on point because that's where he wants to play. Adjust to your teammates. That's fine. Big TP. You miss a nade right there. The minute you see that TP, the response, the instinct should be to nade that. That's like the #1 thing against Symmetras, is you nade that initial TP. You were looking there too. It felt like you knew that it was coming. I think your team was calling it. It came. You need to just chuck that right there. That would have been... You would have instant... Look how much damage they took off your Pharaoh's rocket. Oh my god, that would have just been... Now you just got Nano to keep him alive. Or Nano to Barrage. One or the other. I would have nanoed either the Barrage or Nano the 𝓭𝓸. Both work. You got to expend a lot though. It's okay, should be a win. Tough sleep on the Lucio. I probably would have slept the Symmetra because she was close left, just to stop her from doing any damage back to you. Remember, Sleep Dart is technically like a 1.5 second stun, guys. So like, it's a bit awkward, but sometimes, depending on the context, I'll sleep somebody, for example, at the end of a grab. Like, even if they're grabbed and stationary, but I know my team doesn't have enough damage to kill them, right before it ends, I'll just like toss a sleep in there. And it looks like I'm stacking it, but like realistically, I'm just trying to buy more time for my team to burst them down a little bit. Because when they sleep, they get put into animation, then they have to wake back up. It's a 1.5 second stun. Or 2 seconds. I forgot what the number is. Might be 1.5. Oh, you're waiting for the Nano PP since we called Nano Barrage? Okay, that's fine. Happy belated birthday. Alright, anyways, you're gonna come out to infinity and beyond. Okay, you're on the flank angle, which is a bit awkward. You got to just back up to your team here. You kind of have to play a bit defensive. But if you were just gonna peek like that aggressively and do a weird off angle, you can play make. Like making use of all your decisions here. The best one probably would be to play with your team, but if you're gonna do this and just take a weird angle, then go for a nade there. Just shot nade right there. Up him out. But then instead you just like popped out and then just gave up anyways. Like if you had that angle for free, they weren't looking at you, you might as well chuck a nade there and see what you can do. Okay, that's fine. Focus on those shots. You're not really quick scoping. You're kind of like half full scoping and then unscoping at the end. I feel like you could probably just commit on the full quick scope here. So like the aim style you have on this,
You're going to be okay.
this is where I would just like fully scope or just quick scope this Lucio. But you're kind of like unscoping, which is fine. You have to move position. This is a quick scope right here. But you like aim down, re-aim. So here's an aim trick for Anna, okay? Here's what you're doing, and here's how I would suggest you to do it. Okay. So you're doing this where you try to aim and aim down and then adjust after. What you want to learn how to do. Thanks, Shani, for the 26 months. Talk to him. That's what I'm doing. Thank you.
Talk to KarQ.
I'm doing it. We're teaching. What you want to do is actually, your crosshair was already on the right spot to begin with. So this is where instead of like aiming down and adjusting after, you just start. As soon as your crosshair is close to them, you start the scope and you quick flick. Because you know the distance between here and here is like this, but like you're letting it scope in, and then once you're scoped in, your sensitivity might be different, and then you adjust after. But like since you're already here, close to them, you start this animation and then you flick at the last second. It's kind of hard. I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's how I do my quick scopes. It's like, even if my crosshair's here and I see this Lucio, I start this animation exactly what you're doing, and then I'll just move my sense relative to the unscope sense over the target, and then scope, shoot, unscope. Versus aiming down already and then having to flick after. And then at this magnification, the same amount of flick distance is different than what it would be if it was outside the scope. Does that even make sense? I hope, I don't know. I'm just trying to like articulate what's going on, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay. I mean, I know I should quickscope, but after failing too many quickscopes because for some reason I couldn't shoot, because there's a timing between each one. If you do it too quick in rapid succession, you'll find yourself scope in and then locked in the animation without being able to shoot. Quickscoping is innately slower. There's a longer cooldown or time between each shot you're able to shoot. Like if you shooting unscoped or scoped is like, but then if you quickscope, it's like, it's slower. You have to get used to the timing. You actually have to practice that timing or else you're gonna mess up quickscoping. That's one of the biggest reasons why people can't quickscope. Defiant logo is not, it's a towel. Regular office chair. Fluffhead, thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate ya. But anyways, adjust the flick outside of the scope and then you just quickscope, and then the shot should be as soon as the scope finishes instead of you aiming in the scope. It should be aimed outside of the scope. Quickscoping tip 101. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Adjust the Ricardo flick, that's right. Or the Hammond flick. Oh, that one on Lucia was canceled, yeah. It's just timing. Oh my gosh. Nice sleep. There's a lot of dry nades. Biggest mechanical tip, definitely work on the quick scoping. And number 2 is learning the animation cancel between each shot into nade, shot into sleeps.
Get in there.
Nice. Got 2 kills there. You hear a bob rolling. I know you want to pocket this guy, but there's a bob rolling up point. Please turn for him. Wait for the ball slam and then sleep him as you're up in the air, but that's okay. I think you just were. There's a lot going on. This is where, like, against Tracer, you can just fully do scope shots. Just do scoped in scope shots. That's fine. Oops. How much time has passed? Yeah, that basically wraps up it. Those mechanical things. Especially because you're only 2 hours into this new hero. Positioning is, again, always relative to your tanks. You kind of have the right idea. It's not like you're really caught out of position per se, but you're just not doing enough on, like, mechanics wise. You're playing really safe. I feel like positioning we can focus more on if you do another VOD review, but for this one specifically, this is like, yeah, you're new to this role and this hero. It's less about the safe positions and maybe more about, like, more aggressive stuff you could do. Like here, just stay scoped in. There you go. Nice shots. So far, so good.
My ultimate ability is charging.
That dry sleep again. Yeah, you can just stay scoped in, pressure him out. Nice nade. You kind of got lucky that he dropped the shield there. It was also a dry nade. Remember, once again, shot into nade.
You're going to be okay. Get
Predicted shields. Okay. Okay, so here, if you let them in, how I want to pick your brain. What are you thinking right now? Okay, actually, pop quiz for everybody in the chat. I guess specifically in this context, but in general, tight choke. What do you what should be the next play that happens? What do you call to your team here? What do you mean by dry nade? I mean, you're not shooting before the nade, not animation canceling and missing out. Yes. Chen got it. Splash nade. Don't let anybody in, but if they do, splash nade. This is like perfect choke. Ryan walks in, his rectangle is like here. He walks in, you throw that nade anywhere in this area, splash, free kills. if you let them in. If not, until then, you just stay scoped and pressure them for sure.
Hello KarQ, me and my friend are stuck at the 2700 to 2800 zone for a while now and it's getting really frustrating. I can play pretty
Thanks for the
well
$6.
healers / deeps, mostly McCree but other heroes too and but bad at tanks. Any advice? This will really help, thanks in advance, D.
Watch the stream, build up 50,000 stream points and send in your VOD just like this, just like Big Bomb has. To help you specifically. General tips in that zone's probably just dying less, which inherently adds more value. If you want to improve mechanics, you can improve your movement, learn to counter strafe, and survive longer, which innately adds more value as well. Goes hand in hand. And yeah, be a playmaker. If nobody knows what they're doing and your Rhine isn't moving up and you just, you know, no matter what role you on, there's probably some sort of way that you can like initiate some sort of movement or some sort of action happening. So nobody just sits in the choke, for example. Probably the best I can do based on general tip advice. Thank you for the $6.58, Mingo. Anyways, so for this, yeah, your instinct is keep pressuring them at this door, which is fine. The minute you see them walk in, you go for that splash nade. I hope you do it. I hope you do it. But you want to contain them here as long as possible. Maybe your Zarya grabs it, then you nano the Rhine into it. Like right here, that splash nade should have happened already. But I think you're trying to focus more on the other things, so you kind of forgot to. Like right here, I don't even stay scoped in here. I just like sit here, probably chuck unscoped shots. Right now should be the nade.
Get in there.
Right there, I would have chucked the nade into a nano. But honestly, I think you probably still win this fight. But just to remember for next time, you guys expended a shit ton of ults.
My shots find them.
All right, that's okay though. Your Zarya didn't grab. You guys used 5 ultimates.
This will help.
Feel the Junkrat. Oh, you're good. Now you guys are giving up all that space. Maybe you let him in and you grab. Sure, that could also be a thing. Okay, so that's where like, if I knew this grab was coming, like one thing you can do as Anna is call to your Zarya on where to grab. I do that a lot. If you guys, obviously you watch me a lot. If you build up 50,000 stream points, like I'll tell my Zarya, hey, like this is really far for your team to follow up. I'd actually tell the Zarya, hey, can you like grab him on this like cylinder? Like lift them up a little bit. Just grab up here or grab them down. Sorry, grab them on this thing so I can splash the nade on the top of that cylinder, hopefully. Because look at that Rhine height for that shield. It might hit the perfect spot. Or anywhere close to this wall so I can splash a nade behind him. This, you can't, it's like, I know you tried the nade, but it's so hard to get the nade in. I don't blame you for missing that. I know you tried because like I would at least try. So I agree with you, at least attempting to, but like that shit's like almost a 0% chance. What was that nade? Okay, whoa. Never nade. Never just chuck a random nade in the sky for echoes or Pharahs. That's like a low percentage play. You chucked it for that echo there, I think, right? That's like a 2% chance of ever hitting because it has to be a direct. The only time I'd ever chuck a nade into a flying target like Pharah is if she's barraging, because then she's actually stationary. Nicely. Okay, so I explained this last time in the previous VOD, but for those who never didn't see it, if you sleep a target from this distance, pop quiz. Who remembers what I taught you guys in the last time? What's the sequence? What's your combo sequence? Let's say it wasn't even a tank. Let's say it was a 200 HP target. Some of you guys got it right. I see the answers. It's actually nade first. The nade has the slowest projectile speed, so by the time the nade's arcing and like closer to it, you unscope shot, and then the unscope shot almost matches the nade timing at this distance. And then they'll hit around the same time, and then during the wake up, you can scope in and get the last shot. If they're close, you can do it the opposite direction. You can do it the opposite way. If you sleep them right here, you can just do unscope shot nade, right? But from a distance like this, and they're sleeping. 200 HP hero right on the ground here. Definitely chuck the nade first into unscope shot. That's 100 and whatever, 40 damage. Then they wake up, then you do the scope shot. And because you time the nade and the unscope shot to hit around the same time, they'll hopefully still be stuck in the wake up animation by the time you're able to do your next scope shot, so they can't like Genji deflect or do any of the other stuff. Is it nade, miss, then run? Yeah, the proper combo is just to fuck up everything and just blame your team. But yeah, you slept him here. You probably like nade might be quote unquote wasted here just because like they have so much to follow up. But I think nades, even if like in a context like this, like you know she won't die, it applies pressure. I guarantee you, after you nade, if you just did a nade into unscoped shot, you would at least guarantee her bubble. Like she'll probably bubble when she wakes up anyways, but like the anti, she probably won't bubble to Lucio, and then Lucio's gonna be like, oh shit, and he's gonna play back. Like pressure is always very important in this game. Alright, nice nade. You nano that Ryan right now. You nano him. You try. Oh, is it? Oh my god, I've been butchering your name the whole time. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much the game. Let me see the final team fight. What'd you guys do? Oh, you guys just popped everything in the books to win this. You got a wall into coalescence. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you just... And you guys are pretty much set. That wall is like the best protection. You're good. Alright. Ian! I'm sorry I keep butchering your name. Okay, Ian, I won't forget it now. Ian, thank you for the 5 months, man. Never again will I mess it up. Okay, so overall takeaway points, once again, to summarize. That quickscope tip I was teaching you about, to learn the timings of it, practice that. Less dry sleeps and dry nades, and by dry, it's obviously the, like putting a shot before you do the sleep, or nade, if possible. But there was definitely points there, like where it was totally possible. There's gonna be times where it's more urgent to get the sleep off. If like you just shot a shot and you can't wait that extra half second to wait for the next shot into like sleep, you can obviously go for it. Like a roadhog whole hogging, I just shot someone else, I hear him, I can dry sleep him, sure, in that context. But there's a lot of moments where like you totally had time to just shoot into sleep, no urgency. Yeah, just don't go in dry, man. It's tips in Overwatch and tips in life. And then number 3 is just probably like your, like it's hard to like, these tips don't really work just because you only have 2 hours on this hero, right? Like the one, like I would suggest like learning how to reposition and be a bit more aggressive with your shots, but that's gonna come with like being more comfortable in the hero. Like with 2 hours in, I'd focus on mostly the mechanical aspect of it, because like play positioning wise, you played pretty safe. You didn't really die too much. Like you only died when the relative, like the rest of the team pretty much died. You're playing kind of safe, but I guess the next progression step is to just be more confident with your aim and everything, and just like feel confident enough to like position yourself to cut the enemy sightlines, stay scoped in, put those shots in. When they're relatively healthy, turn around and just pressure the enemy with your DPS. Like that's the difference between healbot Annas versus like Annas in the high ranks. Like they know when to turn the jets on. And I guess target prioritization is also something we talked about. Like there's like the instinct to heal the Reaper instead of healing like that person just because they're really squishy or really low HP on the right side because of the angle they had. But again, that's going to come with time. That one I didn't want to focus too much on, but I'll just say it just so you have it in your head. And for anybody else who's watching this, who might find that valuable. Okay, and that's the VOD review. That was like almost like 25-30 minutes. That was good. By the way, now we guess what the SR is. So let me know. What is it? What is the SR of your support? Let's actually ask the chat first. Oh, he said it in chat already? Oh shit.
Hey KarQ, how do I get better? Gets pencil and paper ready for notes, die less, learns nothing, like we try to die on purpose lol.
Mid plat 3.5, 1900. Okay, what did you say? I didn't see it in chat. Most people are kind of guessing. This part can be cut out, Koji, by the way. Just cut it at the end of the video when you watch this in the future. You didn't say it? Alright, what's the rank? Chat's guessing mostly gold and plat. Armin's giving you masters, 35. Somewhere between 500 to 4,800. Damn. Maybe top 500. What on earth? I think high plat and diamond is what most people are saying. All right, let them know. Let them know. Originally placed 2.5 platinum / high gold, basically. Basically plat, basically on gold, right in the middle. All right.